Okay, day 6, the art moves. All right, it's time to level up. It's time to make your practice better. It's time to make it more sacred in your life. So whether that means bringing, clearing out the room that you practice in. As you notice, I go outside whenever I can. 99% of my videos are not inside. They are outside because that's where I feel I'm able to access what's called yang qi, a cosmic energy qi. So that's nice. Some people just go in your yard, put the phone on a tree or whatever. But anyway, it's time to make where you practice, when you practice, more intentional. Okay, and remember, it's not against the rules to have people practice with you, but there's that tendency to, once something starts to be important to you, or you get the benefits from it, there's a tendency to give it away. Don't do that. It's yours. This is yours for 21 days. After you do a 21-day cycle, then I want you to tell everybody about it, and I want you to have everybody sign up for the next one. But just watch yourself. Even though that's very good and altruistic and helpful and supportive, no, this is yours. Keep it. So it helps keep your container, right? And also, just, you might have seen some of your tendencies, some of things that you let come in and take your time away, that are legitimate, that, oh, I had to go do this, I had to go help someone with this. But just reflect on that for a second, and try to prevent those. Like when we come to these woods, Ziggy, my white dog that runs all over the place, she will harass this particular den of some kind. I don't know what it is, an armadillo or something. But so if I don't walk very far away from that, she's not going to resist. She's going to go over there, and then I have to be worried that she's about to murder something. So she's not running around. She's over here. She's over here. She's in charge of lighting. So I don't want that to happen, so I prevent that. So anyway, so my encouragement for you, now that we're almost a week in, is to make it better, improve upon it. And so that's my advice for you. First thing, make sure your leggings are of equal length. Crucial. Symmetry is crucial. See how you're standing, and let women right hand first, men left hand first, right over your navel center. Relax the arms, little bend in the knees. See how you're standing. See where your breath is. We're continuing our practice of the 8 brocades, weaving that energetic robe around you. So now that we know where things are going, you can get the physical part of it. Now we're going to add the layers of intention, layers of why are we moving these certain ways? How are we moving these energies around? This is called lifting earth to heaven. And earth energy would be yin energy, solid, stable, nurturing. So you're bringing that up through the body. It activates healing responses in the body, regenerative responses in the body. You may feel like your legs are plugged back into the ground. You may feel more calm when you activate yin 3 times, lifting up onto the toes and dropping down, lifting up, dropping down. You're invited to bring the breath into any of this more actively and consciously. This is a good way to get the breath moving. You're going to lift up into a T, and then swinging front arm across the body, back arm behind you. Try to whip the arms around. So Jax would be a good example of what we would call yang energy. Absolute organized chaos. You see her running around, zooming back and forth. Now this is limitless. Access to this is available to us in equal amounts at all times. Just harnessing that is important. The breath is a great way to do it. Now we're moving into number 2, shooting the bow. Hopefully that exercise helped us open up the shoulders a little bit. Coming around. When you pull back, I want you to exhale when you let go of the arrow. Focus your eyes. Really follow that hand around, and when you switch hands, stare at it. There's a lot going on here. You're like a one-man band, but really focus. Come around and good. And come around. Sink as low as you can. That makes it harder, makes it more active for your legs, and you're always welcome to sit in a chair, remember, or stand up in between. Find that balance of the activity you want to put in this. Come to standing, and arms come down, come back to the middle, and you do 3 lifts onto the toes and drop down, lift up onto the toes and drop down. And another one. Dropping out. Oh, there's Benny. Benny's giving a good cameo. I don't see him sneak behind me. Okay, separating heaven and earth. This is all about your neck, really. Turn, and you're trying to keep your chin parallel to the ground when you turn your head. Okay, so lift up, separate. When you turn to the side, I'm not going to say right and left. It's too confusing. You are trying to keep your chin parallel to the ground until you lift the head and find the upper arm, find the hand comes down. Turn. You might even notice in 6 short days that you can turn and rotate your head without as much strain. That's great. Consistency. And turning, and then you turn head back and look up. So a lot of the times your body's very persnickety about giving you more range of motion and flexibility. It wants there to be stability somewhere else if you're going to free something else up. So this is why our arms are doing this big action, pulling apart, strong arms. Then that will free up your neck to turn and rotate. The legs are very strong and stable. There's always a little bend in the knees, except in our next one, in Wise Owl Looks Behind. That's your one big chance in Qigong to really make your legs look very strong and straight. And try to move with ease. Try not to force. Put the force in the stability in the legs. Separating heaven and earth and turning. So I would say the energetics of this would be if you had a tough time making a decision, you didn't know how to decide, how to cut energy going from one direction and move it all into the other. That is a very good exercise to do. It helps you decide. It helps you choose. Helps to delineate this and that. All right, Wise Owl Looks Behind. Opening, very straight, strong body. And turning and looking. Same thing, your head, your chin's trying to stay parallel to the ground. And when you deflate through the middle, try to think of the only effort that's keeping you up is just to stand up. Everything else completely relaxes. Turning, looking the head, looking over the shoulder, turning the head. The breath is very big here. Big, very explosive kind of inhale. And then a slow, deflating exhale. Side to side. So Wise Owl Looks Behind. This just gives us a wonderful neck rotation. The energetics of this could be, learning from past mistakes or something in your past to kind of make sense. And the chest is moving forward. Put your energy forward. And one more time to the side and deflate through the middle and relax. So 3 times. There goes that yang energy now. Jack's running around. In my first series, Jax wasn't around, but Ziggy was the yang. And now the yang torch has been passed to Jax because Ziggy needs to be tied up because she's too young. All right, so dragon swings its tail. All right, let's get a little bit more particular with what our legs are doing. Trying to get your hips square to the front knee. Okay, and then when you go down, go ahead, let yourself go down and try to go into a deep, deep lunge. If your legs are really stiff, let the back knee be a little bent. Now coming up, this is our inhale, lifting up. And then you're exhaling over the front knee. Balances first. Put your hands down there. Walk through the middle if you want to or need to. And then come over to the other side. This also can be done in a chair. You just really widen your stance. And you're looking up. Big inhale. And through the front knee. Your hips are trying to stay square to that knee. Take your time with it. Come through the middle. And over to the other side. Coming up. Big inhale. Back leg straight. Front knee bent. Try to go as far forward as you can first. And then through the middle. Use your hands if you need to. Switch up your legs. I am in straight up like dirt, mud, and moss. My feet are real happy. But it's a little slippery. Sand is the best. Sand is the best. Still the best. Come through the middle. Switch up. Hips square to the front knee. Your spine is gonna trust arching back if your hips are square. It's gonna give you more arch. Yeah. Go through. Other side. There's plenty of time to get this right, so take your time. See what it feels like. Take a big breath into the back and come forward. Deep squat and come through the middle. Good. Get your feet out of the quicksand and then come to the middle to do the 3 lifts onto the toes and drop. Lifts onto the toes, drop. That's an inhale up on your toes and exhale. Okay, into pulling heaven down to earth. So we're going to give our kidneys a little TLC. And I don't know if you can see, but I'm just kind of gently pounding, patting with my hands on the kidneys. And then you're going to arch back and then allowing the hands to go down the backs of the legs. So pulling heaven to earth. Okay, so this could be time when you need an idea, when you need a solution, when you need to problem solve. You need to think of something in a new way. This is a great pose to think about. Because if we're making a whole new garment, a whole new article of energetic magic cape clothing, then I want it to be a new and improved version of all the other clothing I have. So letting yourself think about how that could be. What are the opportunities? What are the options? Bring your arms by your ears and stand up straight. Think of the back when you're going to lift from the deep squat position. Lift with the back of your arms first, and then up, and go up as far as you can, and then the back will happen naturally and effortlessly. We're going to do 5 of these. Come in all the way up and arch back. All the way down. All the way down. And let yourself roll up. Okay, into number 7. Swinging fists with fiery eyes. Oh, I get so excited about it. Okay, do your 3 times. I get real excited about this one. It's a very appropriate time. Let's see, look at this. Jack's trying to play with Ziggy. This is time. There's a time and place, Jax. There's a time and place. All right, swinging fists with fiery eyes. So the isometrics here, really pushing and pulling. Turn the wrist, twist the wrist, I guess is a better, when you punch. When you punch, punch, punch. All right, make your face like kind of growl with your face. You can even make noises. I like to exhale when I punch forward, and you're going to start to speed it up. Make it active, get down into a low horse stance, and you are just continuing to punch as fast as you can. And this helps to release stored adrenaline and cortisol that's trapped in our tissue. Let it out. So we get it into the bloodstream, and then it can get out of the body. But more in particular, it can get filtered through the kidneys. Your body is very judicious, and it's going to save the bigger molecules so it doesn't have to make them again. Okay, good. All right, I got science talk. Sorry. Just get it out. Let it out. Okay. And 3 times. This is the 8th brocade. You're lifting and dropping. This is like buttoning up your shirt. This is the final everything. You pulled energy up from the earth, you pulled energy down, you harmonized, you unlocked energy from the tissues. Remember, a lot of times when we say we don't have energy, my belief is that we have it, it's just stuck. So we released it, let it flow. Stay here as long as you can. Let yourself appreciate and absorb what's happening with the breath, what's happening, how you're standing. Have a wonderful day. And just in case you were wondering, Ziggy did get to run around and be the queen of the forest.